Thank you to EcoFlow for sponsoring this video. So here in California, when I'm filming this, we had 2 earthquakes yesterday. Now we don't generally run and duck under tables, we're used to it here, but one of the side effects of having a lot of earthquakes is power lines tend to go out and we lose power regularly. Not to mention our grid is, I don't want to say busted, but it's busted. Power goes out all the time here. And it leaves a lot of people looking for ways to power their home, power job sites, even like power at hospitals or sort of things where power is really necessary. And as lithium batteries become cheaper and cheaper, we're seeing companies make a bunch of products that can sort of bridge that gap, that can be almost step into what a generator used to be. But generators still very much exist. Gas generators I'm talking about exist, and they exist for a very good reason. They're usually pretty reliable and they work when you need them to work. But now we've got this weird world. You see it with cars too, where you've got gas and you've got electric, and sort of needs to be a bridge between those two, or eventually something that can take over from the gas generator. Folks at EcoFlow have such a product. Meet my friend, the Delta Pro 3. Before I tell you everything the Delta Pro 3 can do, let me thank you for being good people and supporting this channel for years. It's my favorite thing to do in these videos. Give you a chance to win 500 bucks. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me the first thing you'd power with your Delta Pro 3. Tell me a fact about yourself. Tell me a dad joke. Tell me your best pun. Just make sure there's a way to contact you. Either leave your social handle in that comment, or if I click on the link on your YouTube page, a way to contact you there. Give the video a thumbs up. We'll let it run for 10 days, open to anyone in the world. All the information you need about said giveaway will be in the description down below. All right, so the Delta Pro 3, at its essence, its core is a battery backup that will deliver power wherever, whenever you need it. Probably heard that before. So like off grid, even for your home, camping, even charging an EV, if you need power, this will be able to help. And we've seen batteries similar to this before. I've talked about them tons of times, but if you had to choose one battery system that kind of work for everything, this is probably it. Also, it can easily replace gas generators that we all know, but I think this one does it a little bit different and in some ways a lot better. Okay. So what's great is that this thing is totally plug and play. You don't need fuel or maintenance. You just plug in to what you need to power, and that's it. It can easily be used indoors since there's no like exhaust that's gonna happen either. And if you can plug in all your typical devices, it's got AC ports, USB ports, 12 volt ports, you've got ports for powering bigger items than like RVs and your home. And I can't stress enough, if you need to power something, there's a port or method to do it. Because it's electric, it's also super quiet when it's under load. Typically a gas generator sounds like this, and it's around 70 decibels at the quietest. Delta Pro 3 is just 30 decibels under a 2,000 watt load. So the form factor overall makes it easier and safe to use whenever you need. Both has got wheels, so you just pick it up and wheel it wherever you want. I think that's all great, but how much power you can actually get out of this is the giant question when it comes to these type of devices. This one unit can output 4,000 watts with an 8,000 watt peak. That is a 4 kilowatt hour battery. It supports 120 volts and even a 240 volt output. But if you need even more, you can daisy chain these together for up to 12,000 watts of output. And it can stack up to 48 kilowatts. That is a ton. Might actually weigh a ton, but it's a lot of battery packs. There's also clean power also. Delivers a stable, sort of pure sine wave, which you might not get with a gas generator. So if you're plugging in sensitive appliances like medical equipment or computers, don't have to have any sort of problem or issue here. But I do think probably one of the best use cases for this is when the power goes out in your house. Let's say hypothetically you live in a place that has earthquakes every 16 minutes. You might want something like this. Having that happen can feel defeating, but having a backup can take a lot of that stress away. And I think a lot of this depends on the use case and the person. My parents are on the older side. When they lose power, they tend to get scared or frightened. Something like this solves those issues. If you have things that have to be powered in your house, you have medical devices, refrigerators, freezers, you've got babies where you've got milk in a freezer, whatever it might be, losing power, even for a short period of time, can be catastrophic. This takes away that worry. I think in a world filled with worries, taking one giant one away is a huge win. And to use this power that you've got, you just have to sort of plug devices into it. That could work fine. It also works with EcoFlow's Smart Home Panel 2, and it'll integrate to all your home's power system, which actually we've got installed here at the studio. So we can just plug this in to the system. So you can power everything in your home, from stoves, ovens, AC units. And it's a huge piece of mind having that power sort of come to this many things. So we need to charge this battery. There are a few ways to do it. So plug it into a wall, or you can use solar. Those two methods are nothing new, and they're sort of pretty typical in the segment, but there are 7 different options for charging. Aside from AC and solar, you can charge through the Smart Home Panel 2 if you have that installed. You can charge it even from a gas generator if you really needed to. You can charge from an alternator in your car. You can even go to an EV charging station and plug in there. And EcoFlow is offering something that they call Smart Generator 4000. This is a dual fuel generator that'll quickly recharge your Delta Pro 3. Might not gonna win any green awards, but it'll definitely sort of charge your battery packs and keep them up and running. And I spent most of this video talking about the downside of gas generators, so you're probably wondering, why did EcoFlow make this? I asked them that question. They said the goal here isn't to sort of run your devices off the gas, rather to use gas to quickly recharge Delta Pro 3, then use the battery power to more efficiently run your devices. So if you're not trying to play up the green side of it, just another way to get power into your batteries. And it does this by using 2 fuel sources. One could be propane, the other's gasoline or natural gas if you live in California like we do here. And those 2 fuels can generate 3,200 watts of DC fast charging directly to the Delta Pro 3. So when compared to charging it from an AC power, you're improving efficiency by like about 10%-ish. And with the Xtreme 3.0 technology, it's a 30% improvement in efficiency when compared to traditional gas generators. So there's that too. It's also smart, like everything's smart nowadays. It has 3 different power levels. It can work in conjunction with solar panels and charge with either. There's a ton built in that makes this a much smarter option than a typical kind of dumb gas generator. And all of this can be controlled and monitored in the EcoFlow app. And this is where you see electricity utilization. And it's also where you can control kind of what the battery is doing on a more granular level. So from here, you can adjust the schedule of when you want to use it or charge it. You can customize how the battery charges, like I talked about before. It's also compatible with EcoFlow Power Insight, which is kind of an all-in-one energy dashboard that you can install into your home if you want. It's kind of a cool looking 10-inch touchscreen that gives you all the information just kind of at your fingertips. It also helps you set up your home energy system so it kind of is working best for you or your family. Lastly, I want to emphasize safety here. This many batteries in your home probably might make some people feel a bit nervous. EcoFlow has done everything they can to mitigate any concerns. So here's what they're doing. I haven't seen this before. So first, there are 44 protection measures built into the battery management system. So if it detects any irregularities, it'll shut down the device and give you an alert. And if it detects a fire or potential fire, there is a fire extinguisher built in that automatically go off when the temperature reaches 170 degrees Celsius. And the batteries inside are rated for 4,000 cycles, which is around 11 years of use. And there is a 5-year warranty on the system. So like overall, the Delta Pro 3 and family of products kind of around it is aiming to kind of give you just like a one-stop solution for all your power. You get the battery power when needed, and emergencies or more demanding situations, you can have a gas backup if you want to keep yourself up and running. If you want to learn more about what EcoFlow is doing with any of their product lines, all information you need will be down below.